Welcome. We're now going to show you how to import your own custom graphics for zones into your iOS device for your customer. Typically, when you utilize this is after you've done all of your programming steps up to IntelliBuilder. The IntelliBuilder has compiled, and perhaps you don't have the exact graphics you're looking for, or maybe you'd like to really customize this for your client, and that could be done very easily with Key Digital Compass Control. So if you recall, in our demo project, we created two iPads in our system. One iPad labeled as Conference and Boardroom iPad, which gave us access to the conference room and the boardroom only. Additionally, we had the Master iPad, which gave us access to all 6 of our zones: training room, lab, lobby, conference room, cafeteria, and boardroom. Now you may be wondering, why am I only seeing a portion of my template here? Well, what you want to do to view the entire iPad is make sure that you have all 3 layers selected: main, device, and control. And there you have it. We are now able to see the entire iPad. There are up to 3 layers available in your iPad, and within each layer you could essentially add unlimited amounts of sublayers. So let's go back into our conference and boardroom iPad, just for simplicity's sake, since there's only 2 zones. We've already stepped through the emulator, and let's go ahead and do that again, where you can see that the conference room, well, this isn't necessarily a graphic that looks like a conference room, is it? And here we press the button. We're now toggling from conference room to boardroom, where it's the exact same picture because we've not specified a picture yet through IntelliBuilder. So let's exit our emulator mode. And what we want to do is find where these graphics are located. In our zone selector, that is the name of this list that we have here, where you're able to toggle or slide between, flick between, all of your zones. And on this iPad, keep in mind we only have 2 zones, which in our iPad we've labeled as Zone 4 and Zone 6. We do have these images here. Zone 6 image, there we go. Now you'll notice that the position of the images is X position 17, Y position 12. Width is 668, and height is 286. These are the pixels of the image. So it's actually very easy to import our own custom graphics. You go into our image library here, and this is where the entire library is for your buttons and different graphics that are used throughout Compass Control. And here we come across Zone Panel. We also have zone buttons, but those are a bit smaller. These larger graphics are what we refer to as zone panels. And this is where you could either use our existing library, some graphic from our existing zone library, or what we're going to do is actually import a new image or an entire folder into our image library. So let's just do this one at a time here. I have already created a folder where I've simply saved a few pictures. Now you want these to be PNG files, not JPEGs. And you want PNGs because they have a bit of transparency, a transparent quality to them that is a little more flexible than a JPEG. So we're looking first for a boardroom picture. Here we go. Let's go ahead and use this boardroom. Open. And now, where we have the mouse in the hourglass there, it's adding to the library. Scroll all the way down, and there we have it. So now it's very simple. We can drop this into the group, and it is there. However, you see it doesn't look to be positioned very well. That's because the sizing and positioning is not as the previous graphics were, which were 17 position on the x-axis, 12 position on the y-axis, 668 width, 286 height. There we go. So we can now go ahead and delete the Zone 6 image that's positioned behind it. Let's go to our Zone 4 image. We have our conference room. Let's add yet another photo. And this is very easy to do. You could pull JPEGs off of a website or PNG files off of a website. And if it is a JPEG, you could go into something as simplistic as Paint and save it as a PNG file, and it could work for you. So let's go to our KD conference room. Populating the library. Here we are. It's been added now. See here, boardroom, conference room. Here it is. Again, we'll drag it in. Make sure our sizing and positioning is correct. 17, 12, 668, 286. There it is. Go ahead and, just for clutter's sake, remove our previous picture that was there. Now we go into our emulator. And you see, as we toggle between boardroom and conference room, exactly how this is going to look for your client. And it's that easy. Now, if you had a iOS device that you had purchased a KD-CSL software license for, you could simply go into Upload System Project, upload it now to the Key Digital server. Then you can download from the iOS device, from the Key Digital server, this project. And your iPad would have this exact interface right before your very eyes and in your hands. So that's it. It's really that easy how to import and load and use your own custom graphics for zones. Thanks very much.